Here are the highlights. Spring Creek, SMX and Pro Motocross 250 Moto 1 under great conditions. Casey Cochran, Hayden Deegan battling.
Yeah, Casey's been up front all day long, but it was Hayden Deegan getting a whole shot, and that was Levi Kitchen behind him, and then Hayden out front. Levi kept the pressure on, he loses the front end, and he brings back, once Hayden went down, he brought in everyone, including this guy, Joe Shimoda. Had a great rhythm that first moto, got a good rhythm through these sand rollers, and this was after he already passed Hayden Deegan. He went after and got around Tom Vial, then he tries to get Levi, got next to him a couple times this moto, almost had him, but this gets caught up behind this lap rider. Levi was able to hang on, and then the next lap, they get back in the same spot, but this time,
lap rider
another lap rider twice in the same section. You're gonna watch the lap rider on the inside, Joe's going around the outside, and this momentum didn't hit the lap rider, but the momentum he lost, you can see how much time that he lost to Levi, and then pulled away, and then Joe started having some issues behind him. Tom Vial around the outside of him, and he started going after Levi as well.
Dynamic race. You had Shimoda was the guy for a while, Deegan, then Vial, and now Deegan around Shimoda.
Yeah, Hayden started finding his form. As you saw, Joe starting to kind of reel back a little bit. Now, keep in mind, everybody's right in front of him. Joe's like, no, I want that third place. Sneaks up on the inside of Hayden, makes a repass. And you thought, you never know what's going to happen. And we just saw what happened with Tom Vial going around the outside. Hayden does the same thing, probably saw what Tom did. Goes up the inside and kind of pulls away, and Joe hangs on for fourth place. But Levi Kitchen, first victory of the year, first victory of that first moto, and did a great job hanging on to everybody. He had pressure that whole moto.
Well, he had actually tipped over in the same corner that cost Deegan at one point, but he was able to hold on. Then huge rain and a delay, and then the start, Deegan and Hymas tangle, and we think that hurt Hymas, who will quickly pull out of this moto on the red Honda, and that allows that white Husqvarna of Cochran in the lead.
Yeah, Casey one position better than he was the first moto, and then yeah, you can see Chance kind of start sliding out, just racing. Hayden goes into him, and we were watching all this action. We didn't even realize what happened to Chance. As you see, Ty Masterpool had a rough day from the start, didn't feel good on the bike all day. Jordan Smith down there, Joe Shimoda. Now he's
now Shimoda in the mechanics area.
So he pulls in, something's wrong with the bike, goes back out. They come back in, and then Tom Vial, Casey Cochran was pulling away. Tom Vial looked like pretty good. Big kick of the rear end, goes off the track. He ends up pulling into the pits for goggles, and then later on in this race, he pulls into the pits. Looked like a bit gear shifter.
Tough day for him. Thought he might have the win. Deegan from last, rallying around his teammate Benning.
Yeah, slow start, tough start for Hayden, but he got going, and you heard him on the interview. He said he was motivated, wanted to get back up, what he thought. Now, Casey Cochran almost had 10 seconds. Levi did everything to chase him, and once he caught him, Casey held strong, but eventually he got around. Casey tries to go down, like swaps on him. But just like that first moto, Levi was not to be denied. The kitchen's open today, free French fries. First one of his career, 1-1, Jay.
Yeah, first ever overall win in his 31st Pro Motocross start. And training partner, Chase Sexton, congratulates him. And the celebration of the podium, Deegan does recover for second overall, and Cochran is third. Those are the results. Deegan from last to fourth. Anstey, a good moto in the mud, ends up finishing fourth overall with a third in Moto 2. Schwartz had it going on for a while. He'll end up sixth. And the championship points, Kitchen leapfrogs all the way up to second now, because Vial Hymas had bad days. Shimoda didn't finish that second moto either. Deegan keeps on rolling, though.
Yep, he keeps on rolling and going to Washougal, where last year we remember how that ride went. That second moto, that was the start of the danger zone. So I'm sure he's feeling good going in that race.
Yes, that was an amazing ride for Deegan at Washougal a year ago. 24 points is the lead for Deegan in the combined Supercross and Motocross standings, SMX. And that will lead to the seeding going into the playoffs. Kitchen did make up a little ground today with the win. Vial, Shimoda, Hymas, top five.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, You can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.